This is David G, and welcome to day 13. We've turned the corner. We're heading back for the home stretch. And this is day 13. And we've explored a lot of different aspects of ourselves over these past few days, and a lot of different aspects of meditation. One of the most powerful aspects that we can really explore is our emotional side. Specifically, forgiveness. Forgiveness. David Simon, in his book, The 10 Commitments, has a beautiful paragraph that says, transforming judgment into understanding allows peace to replace hostility. Understanding fosters forgiveness, which dissolves anger and fertilizes hope. This is the foundation of emotional freedom. So beautiful. Thank you, David Simon. And so in Sanskrit, that term for emotional freedom is referred to as moksha. Moksha. And the foundation of forgiveness is that this goes back to biblical times. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the ties that bind us to the one that hurt us. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the ties that bind us to the one that hurt us. And so we are holding on so tightly to tethers, to threads that connect us to people who have long forgotten that they hurt us or that we hurt them. And so the first step of forgiveness truly begins with self-forgiveness. But that has to be the premise that you are entitled to be happy. You deserve to feel whole. And if you don't feel that way right now, it's time for you to take a deep breath in and accept that it's okay. And that's the universe we live in. And that if you can keep moving in the direction of your dreams, in the direction of the fulfillment of your deepest desires, you will have a more happy and more fulfilling life. And if your life is happier and more fulfilling, then those around you are going to be showered by the halo effect of that. And so let's just sit for a moment and think about, is there something that we are beating ourselves up over? Is there something out there that we think might be perfect except for something we said or did, except for something we didn't say or didn't do? Let's bring our awareness to that. And if this brings tears to you, that's okay. That's okay. If you feel emotional in any way, that's okay. Let's bring our awareness onto this thing that we would like to give ourselves the opportunity. We would like to grant ourselves permission to forgive. This may be very hard for you. You may have made a pledge that you would never forgive yourself for this until you leave this earth plane. But the time has come. The time has come for you to be a little more gentle with yourself, a little more tender with yourself, a little more understanding with yourself, essentially a little more forgiving with yourself. You deserve that. You're entitled to that. And when David Simon talks about forgiveness, I'd like to read that line again. Transforming judgment into understanding allows peace to replace hostility. Understanding fosters forgiveness, which dissolves anger and fertilizes hope. This is the foundation of emotional freedom. Forgiveness brings divinity to humanity. It radiates from a heart that has released pain, resentment, regret, disappointment, and guilt. But we must remember that forgiveness is a practice. It has the power to release constrictions in your heart that inhibit your ability to love. So close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And tune into the feelings in your body. Whatever you're experiencing, allow yourself to experience these feelings. Maybe sadness or disappointment or anger or regret or anxiety or frustration or confusion. Allow yourself to feel. And most likely, you'll feel a little uncomfortable with this. Each time you feel a pain someplace, use your breath and totally surrender. Take a deep breath in into that space. So let's say you have a pain in your belly. Stop. Take a deep breath in. Feel that discomfort and then just release a little bit of it, just to make you a little bit lighter. Our emotions anchor the stories that we tell ourselves about love and about life. And so here's the opportunity for us to observe these stories. We're all in pain on this planet. It's not continuous pain for all of us. But if each of us stubs our toe emotionally once in a while. It's what we do with that toe. You know what it's like when you stub your toe? There's no way to stop that pain. You have to just outlast it. Even when you rub it, it really hurts more. And you don't know whether to surrender to the pain or to ignore it and try to move away from it. It's exactly the same situation with your emotional pain. It's not going to magically go away by rubbing it. But we certainly have the opportunity in every moment to forgive, to lighten the load, to accept, to understand. Judging does nothing. Pointing the finger of blame accomplishes nothing. If we can just acknowledge up front that yes, you own your life and you are accountable for your life, then you don't need to point the finger of blame. We get it. We own it. Accountability is really only important and relevant when we're not the owner of the process. But in this instance, we are the owner of the process. We must accept that every moment in your life has led up to this moment. And we must also acknowledge that everything is exactly as it should be, because every moment that led up to this was exactly as it should be. And so let's close our eyes and let's say to ourselves, I forgive myself for, and then just complete the sentence, and over, and over, and over, and over. That will be your mantra. And just keep repeating it. And when you find you've drifted away to other thoughts, or you start analyzing the situation so much more deeply, just drift back to, I forgive myself for. It can be your affirmation in this moment. So take a deep breath in, and let's sigh when we exhale. Take a deep breath in. Let's do that one more time. Do it one more time on your own. And now, begin your mantra with your eyes closed. I forgive myself for, and just continue to repeat it. I'll watch the time, and when you hear my voice, you can stop repeating your mantra. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. You can stop repeating your mantra. You should have a smile on your face right now, because you should be a little bit lighter, just a little bit. Isn't it great that you finally released at least one thread that bound you? One tether that limited your potential for happiness? One constraint that prevented you from deeper fulfillment? Let's take a deep breath in and gently release. Let's take another deep breath in and slowly let go. And let's seal this meditation by chanting Om together. Take a deep breath in. And when it feels comfortable, you can slowly open your eyes. Look around at the 20 to 30 to 40 to 50,000 people who, along with you, forgave themselves, gave themselves permission to forgive themselves as well. And let's truly know that in this moment, and in the immortal words of David Simon, you're beautiful. You're doing a great job. And I love you. From the Chopra Center for Wellbeing, this is David G. Wishing you peace, unbounded forgiveness. Namaste.